Good day, everyone. I don't know why, but I felt compelled to do a video on Battlefield 2042. I was just gonna put gameplay up, but I decided to talk about it. It's gonna be the last time that I play the game. Um, I'm moving on to Battlefield 6, which is live tomorrow. I already downloaded it, and as you can see, I didn't play that much. 59 hours over 3 years, 3 or 4 years is not significant. I have time on my Xbox One, which I'll get into, from start all the way up until now, how I felt about the game. And I just felt like I would like to talk about it, play it for one last time before it's time to end the 2042 playlist. I mean, I'll explain it more. So I decided to uninstall Battlefield 2042 because I feel like this game is similar to how Battlefield 6 is. And I'm not talking about it's not even the same as far as gameplay. It's just the theme is similar. 2042 is set in a little bit of future, but it's not like extreme, like you're doing air jumps and you're flying with jetpacks and things like that. It was just a futuristic setting. Still boots on the ground somewhat. The movement was a little bit faster, but I think that was a technical choice. Whereas Battlefield 6 is going back to its boots on the ground battlefield hardcore roots, more like Battlefield 3. Because I even think Battlefield 4 was just. Battlefield 4 was a little. It was slow, but I think Battlefield 6 is a little bit faster. So Battlefield 5, Battlefield 1 and 5, the movement was fast. I don't think people realize how fast you can move across the map on that if you really got in the flow. And I don't want to say that slide canceling, but you could slide to get across the map fast, especially in Battlefield 5. But there's a lot of like things that people complain about with Battlefield 1 and 5. The weapons in Battlefield 1 didn't match the time period or whatever. The graphics were great. Like you've seen me play it. Like the graphics are amazing on all the battlefields, that's for sure. But I think it's going back to more like you've seen with the promos and beta and all that stuff, the ads, commercials, whatever you want to call them, that they're going towards back to its so-called roots. And they felt like 2042 was a mixture of Call of Duty and and arcadey, which wasn't what Battlefield 2042 was. Well, for me, I I enjoy the game. I'm not a hardcore gamer or a hardcore genre. Everything has to stick to a certain genre. If it feels good and it plays well, then I'll play it. And I can understand why people don't like Battlefield 2042. I mean, I'll go back from start to finish soon, but I can see why people don't like it because they played a certain game for years and it started shifting over time. There were certain things that people were complaining about in Battlefield 5 that I thought was weird, and it's what's going on in society that I'm not going to talk about. But that Battlefield 5 criticism was ugly, and I didn't like it. I thought it was unnecessary. If the game plays well, it plays well. If it shoots well, shoots well. The game is fun, then it's fun. You know, they but going to 2042, I remember, I don't remember what the complaints were about it, but I know when I played on Xbox One before I got my PC that the rendering was bad. The maps when they loaded in would not fully render, and it looked like an N64 game. I don't serve the maps were bad. The elemental thing had no real consequence. I liked I liked wingsuit in the I have to find that. It's somewhere in there. I've done it on the video, but I wingsuit in the tornado. That was kind of cool, but it didn't really add no bearing on the game. But other than that, I liked playing the game. I like moving around on the map. I played the objective. I didn't care if I died. I didn't care if I was positive or anything like that. It's just I just had fun shooting my gun. Some people they played a little weird. They were just going for kills instead of. I mean, you listen. You could camp because there's so many different battles going on in Battlefield. You can camp. You can run around. But when you're just camping, when you're spawn trapping, it's a little weird, and it makes you spawn. It the culture, what people put into the game makes you do the same thing. You're like, okay, well, if you're gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. Um, but it all depends on the game type too. Like Conquest, you can't really spawn trap like that. You have to be there because you can't go into their spawns. But breakthrough. Sometimes people will just I don't know. They just play for kills where it has no bearing on the effects of the objective. Like you could sit back and you could snipe, you could sit back, or you can go rogue and go mercenary and go in people's spawns and kill them so they don't advance. But it's different when you're just going for kills right in the beginning. It's like you're not trying to flip the map. You're not trying to cap anything. You're not trying to clear their cap. You're just going there waiting for them in their spawn. I think people understand what I'm saying. But yeah, I think that's just the problems that I have with the way some people play 2042. Uh, I don't know. Content wise, I don't really think I can hop. I don't think there was that much content for 2042. I didn't see much, and like I said, I only had like almost 60 hours in 4 years. That's nothing. But every time I came back, it wasn't nothing that made me want to come back. There were really not even like ads on YouTube, and it's in my algorithm. All gaming's I'm getting random games. I get Fortnite. I don't play Fortnite. I get Fortnite ads, but I didn't see as much content. And in the beginning, their map selection or their map design was kind of, eh. It was cool when they brought back some of the old maps because you can kind of how you say okay, man, the maps were just better. How about that? The maps were just better on maybe the older games, more like uh more destruction, more places to maneuver, more places to walk tactical, go from house to house. You know, whereas 2042, it was like to like a couple maps you had a ship. You had two maps where there's a broken down ship in the middle of the map, and that's it. And you could move around the ship, and you can move around some of the outside like encampments, but it's like there's no move to house to some the cities that the city when the sand dune like that could have been so much different. Just their map to me, I don't think their maps were good. And I might be wrong because I'm not an enthusiast. An enthusiast, you could tell me I'm wrong, and then yeah, I might like something, and I might be way off base. But that's just how I felt about it. But when I played, I liked it. I enjoyed it. So you know that's that. I had fun with it. It's just those little complaints. Like I get on and I get on with the purpose is I'm gonna shoot my gun. That's it. I get on and I'm gonna shoot my gun. I get I do my thing where like my I rage and everything like that. But I mean that's just how it's all fun and games at the end of the day. If I get really mad, I just cut the game off and I don't play for a while. But it's all, it's all fun and games. But you know, am I sad that is I'm not gonna play? No. And maybe I'll download it again to do like a challenge or something because I have all the battlefields except for I don't have Battlefield 3. I don't have Battlefield 3, and I didn't play it. I should have played that. But I have 1, 5, 4, 2042. Bad companies I don't have. And then I have Battlefield 6. So maybe I'll re download it for a challenge, but just I don't see myself playing anytime soon. But, for the near future, I have Battlefield 6 to do on some other things. So I'll be doing that. But it was fun while it lasted, and we're gonna have these are my final games, and I will be uninstalling. I can't say it's forever, but I can say it's certainly not anytime soon. And it's not a sad day, but that has no bearing on the game itself. I don't know. To me, I think the launch was what really messed the game up, but I don't think that it was a bad game. I'll play it like I said, like I always say. If I have people see, and that's the thing. There's no free mode. There was no free mode. You had to purchase the game, so people have to choose. There were at the time, there was Call of Duty comes out every year. It was supposed to be a good year. It was Call of Duty. It was Halo. It was Battlefield. It was the triple A's, but it didn't happen. Halo had a bad start. Destiny was popping too. Of course, you have Fortnite. Fortnite, whatever. Um, Overwatch. But I'm talking about like new because Overwatch 2 was last year. So you had the games that were still out, but Call of Duty comes out every year. Halo was coming. So yeah, Halo, Fort. See there you go, messing me up. Halo, 2042, and Call of Duty, all at the same time, and only one of those had a decent launch, but nobody liked that game. Well, I can't say nobody, but nobody. A lot of people didn't like Vanguard. And Halo and 2042 still could not capitalize because their launches were bad. Halo launch was bad. No co-op. We're not even gonna get into that. That'd be something separate. And I don't even know if I'll talk about what's going on with Halo. Um, like I'm the game aficionado, but there's just some things that I may have to say about that too because I I'll say I'll post something about it whether you care or not. I'll just post because I can go back to it and say yeah, that's the feeling that I had. But anyway, I'm going on a tangent as usual. But they had the opportunity to do something and they didn't take advantage of it with bad launches. And here we go, 4 years later, Battlefield 6 has the gaming space in the palm of their hands right now because it comes out before BO7, comes out before Arc Raiders. Who knows what's going to happen with GTA when that's going to come out? For 20 GTA 2042 or Halo. And Halo's in the dumps now. They're basically nuking their own game. So, you know, this is the time for Battlefield 6 to shine. Coming out with a BR, a lot of people are gonna play that, even to test it out. And all the little hardcore Battlefield people are gonna be, oh, it's not true to the game. The Firestorm didn't do well when it came out. Even the extraction mode on 2042 didn't do well. They don't like when they try to do new things. It's weird. People are weird. But that's how people are in real life. They don't like, you know, things to get. They don't like to try nothing new or something odd that's out of their realm or what they feel should be. So they hate on it. But this is opportunity for them to take control of both game spaces, and they have other modes. I wonder if Battlefield's BR should be free, but they should. I don't see, and that's the thing with Battlefield. I don't have to choose between the BR or the Battlefield mode because the Battlefield mode is fun. Multiplayer on Call of Duty, sometimes after a while, man, you just use it to load up your gun to level up your guns. And tell me I'm wrong because people don't play Warzone and multiplayer. They'll play one to switch it up, or they'll play multiplayer to level up their guns. And I'm not wrong about that. So Battlefield will have the opportunity to have so many different modes that if the game is good, you can play any mode you want. You don't have to go to another game. You don't have to go to another game. You go to another game if you want to. So them coming out first and having everything work out will have Battlefield will be in control of the narrative. And I don't know why I'm talking about this because we're supposed to be talking about 2042. But anyways, but this is what I'm saying. Like I just said that, like in hindsight and reflection, that they could have did this could have been done years ago, but they kind of messed up, and then they fixed it. It got better, but it was just too late. It was just too late, and they didn't have enough content, and they didn't have enough different modes to bring outside people in because they were already on two or three different Call of Duties and other games, and you know having people who want to play different games, Marvel Rivals coming out, Overwatch 2 when it was good, the Fortnite OG maps, things like that. They just other people had content that'll bring you back. In 2042 was just they were just idly pass along until they knew that they had something again with Battlefield 6. They probably had it 3 years ago. They were like, this is what we're going to do. And the plan was 3 years ago. And they were like, we're just going to coast because people are going to come back because people love Battlefield. People will come back and then we will get new people and then it will all work out for us. Which is unfortunate because, you know, AAA companies, they kind of, it's like a brand new toy. They just throw it away or they leave it to they leave it and maybe they put it in a Goodwill. Maybe somebody will pick it up and they'll play with it a while. They'll get something out of it. Maybe it's a bad analogy, but at the end of the day, this game I'd enjoy playing it. I hop on every once in a while, and the videos like I don't have clips because I don't have clips of multiplayer like that. I don't have clips of a lot of games that's just multiplayer because there's no what they say dopamine. There's no dope in it. You win, you move on. There's no it's not really any high stakes. It's just a fun play. So I'll record a video and put it up when I haven't played in a while, just to show some gameplay and I have fun and I do a challenge or whatever. But doesn't mean that I didn't like the game because I didn't do a lot of videos with it or put it up. And I can't, I watch myself play the game and die and play. It's just subjective based. It's good to play in the moment. I can't rewatch myself play. So doesn't mean I didn't enjoy the game. And that's it. The uninstall. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see some people on Battlefield 6, and maybe we can party up and just play the objective, have a little fun. It's gonna be stress free. Maybe not on BR, but at least on multiplayer mode, it'll be stress free. You can have some fun. All right. Well, thank you for your time, and this will be a fun experience, and